Hey, what episode are we on, Josh?
This is 33.
33. Welcome to episode 33 of What Are You Drinking Out here at the office?
Half 66.
That is.
Yeah.
In case you can't recognize him, this is our 70s porn star, Josh. We keep trying a new guy because the old guy just
Don't buy Rob's story. Josh is actually undercover
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing
with
up here too?
with the local. Well, it's part of how we keep the undercover thing. If only the undercover cops had the stashes, we'd know who they are. So certain civilians are asked to also don a cop stash.
Oh, so
It kind of keeps the whole cover.
You're doing it for the
Yeah.
Of
undercover.
course, I just blew your cover.
Well, I mean, that's like that fake undercover, but am I really fake?
I guess we'll find out how many viewers we really have.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, that was fun. Tonight, my palate cleanser is the Spencer IPA. This is made by the only American Trappist monks. They are trying the new beer thing. Apparently, they went overseas and studied with the original Trappist monks and learned everything they could.
Including getting some yeast. From what
Including
I-
apparently getting some wild yeast. The Pilsner we have and the IPA we have, I like the IPA a lot more than the Pilsner. Pilsner's okay, it's just got a little something going on that I think we can attribute to wild
I
yeast.
think so, and you might notice that it's just tempered a little more with the hops in there. I like the light, delicate nature of that. Little backstory with the Abbey, this actual cloistered group in Spencer, Mass. They were making jams before beer, and they were going broke. Go figure, making jams, and pretty much they went to a vote, and all the brothers except for one were against beer, and his reason was because it makes money. So if you want to know why monks brew beer, yes, beer is proof that God is real and that He likes us. But beer is also proof that monks need to make money.
Oh, yeah.
Okie doke.
I almost feel like I prefer trapper monks. Just picturing like hunting beavers and wearing pelts.
You say trap
But
monks.
we talk about sustainable brewing, but Abbey brewed beer, Trappist monks. This is a symbol of kind of one of the original sustainable economies.
Yep. So, another side note, we are doing the Trappist IPA, the Spencer IPA Wednesday for the free wine and beer tasting. So,
Oh, yeah.
if you're interested, come on out and try it. What do you got going on over there for your...
Funkin' nuts. I'm straight up ballhorn in here with
That's what it says on the can.
I know, but it's still funny.
yeah, with Anderson Brew Company. These
Oh.
are one of the originals out of Boonville, California. This is a Northern Cali microbrew. These guys have been strong in the hops, really good malts. They'll go after any type of beer, but God, do I love their IPAs. So we'll give it a shot.
I like that their mascot is a bear. A beer, excuse me.
Funkin' Nuts has a little bit of a funkiness
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
the
Deer, beer, bear.
Bear deer.
Yeah, a beer.
Yeah, there's something more in here than just the citrus and the hops that they're noting. I don't quite know how to label it other than just Funkin' Nuts because it's kind of funky and kind of nutty.
And Josh, what you got going on?
Ace Joker Cider out of Cal.
Another Cali one.
Yeah, another California. Yeah, we're loving on some Cali today.
This is a dry cider, right?
Yep, dry cider. Boy, I like them.
Yeah, it's
Alrighty.
Joker Smoker, man. That thing's a tight one.
All right, so I know Nick is over here eating. He just got off work. He's trying to catch up so he doesn't, go into one of his seizures. He was going into one earlier, back and back while doing dishes, but it turns out it wasn't really a seizure. It was just Nick being Nick and kind of stupid.
I'm not smart.
That
So,
never happened.
why don't we
I'm
start?
a dedicated pot washer, but I am not. I'm not smart.
Why don't we start with Nick's,
All right.
just because it's lighter of the two?
Looks like a good one to start with.
Yeah, I'm really digging this one.
I gotta admit, I cheated. I had one of these already. I've already decorated my guitar rack, my sound rack with the stickers. And so one of the first things I wanted to say was thank you, Flying Machine. These labels are awesome. But one thing I don't think people realized is these are actually high quality vinyl stickers that you can peel right off the can and stick to your favorite piece of musical equipment. So I appreciate that, and so does Sweetwater, because they send me my favorite musical equipment. And actually, I've been talking to my rep.
He thinks he's getting
Commission.
About actually, I've been talking with my rep about outfitting the podcast. So we're putting together some funds. Feel free if you want to kickstart us on this. We want to get lapel mics so you guys can hear us better, and we want them to be wireless so we can take our show on the road wherever we go.
Oh yeah.
So that I'll cut to the chase on that. That's what all that gobbledygook was about. This is infrasound. It's a hazy pale. This is like the third or fourth hazy pale we've done from Flying Machine. They just keep spitting these out, all different colors, all different levels of haze. This one's very golden, very yellow. We're seeing right off the top. I'll let Rob comment on the haze factor while I point. Josh,
is there any left for Josh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, again, this is infrasound, the low volume, the low
The
wave.
lower-
Yeah,
so-
infrared is on your low end spectrum, your red spectrum. Infrasound would be on
Your
that
low end, yeah, your bass.
So is it a brown note?
So, anyway, yeah, I've been impressed with Flying Machine out of Wilmington. They are making some good beer. I think we've had, like Nick said, hazy IPA after hazy IPA after hazy IPA. However, we have had some other stuff from them, and that's been good too. We've got a sour on the shelf right now,
Which is amazing.
which is really good.
What's that? Weather
Permitting.
Weather permitting. Yeah.
I love
so,
the name.
This is definitely a cloudy, hazy IPA.
Yeah, so the haze.
There's no
really
seeing
settled
through that.
in, yeah.
Nice
It's not
golden,
just chill haze either.
Yeah,
nice
that's beautiful.
golden
It's,
hay
it's
color.
not super hazy, but this is a yellow, and it's just got that colloidal nature. This is not a see-through beer. So
So I've had this a couple times. I really enjoyed it since we've had
I'm
it.
getting a lemon zest on the nose, but nothing too strong aromatically. Just a light lemon zest. Anything else?
I think this is an easy drinker for those of you who are used to the higher gravity beers. This is a 5-6.
There's a creaminess. So we talk about that malic being part of the
Oh yeah.
formation. So there's definitely a creaminess in here.
This is good because you get that citrus, the grapefruit, and everything, but the hops kind of show through a little bit too. You get that kind of,
So
I won't say vegetal, but that grassy, piney, like not really piney, but more like the grassy.
Oh,
kind of
guys,
hop.
this is interesting. They specified the varieties of hops are as both Michigan varietals.
Oh.
So Michigan Cascade, interesting. What is that from Boyne Mountain? And Michigan Chinook hops. So they're both Northwest hops done Michigan style. Michigan has a fruit belt. Some people aren't aware of this. They call it the banana belt, even though what's grown there is actually berries. So when you talk about your Michigan cherries, your Michigan strawberries, and your Michigan blueberries, it's this belt in the top 2/3 of the state. Bottom third's actually quite cloudy, like Detroit.
Yeah, well, this I can definitely tell that it's Chinook and Cascade because it's not like an overwhelmingly crazy hop profile. It's very traditionalist.
Yeah.
So to me, this is. I just took a side-by-side taste of my palate cleanser, which is also an IPA.
Probably a great idea.
This is a lot crisper, a lot brighter beer than, and I'm not talking color-wise. I'm talking brighter in flavor, crisper in flavor than the Spencer. It's got more citrus to me. I'm not getting a lot of the mallow. I think more mallow on the Spencer.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't really get creaminess out of the Spencer as far as I remember.
I'm not getting a lot, but I'm just saying as far as any mallow,
Yeah.
it's coming through more clearly on the Spencer.
I gotta say, this is thirst quenching, man. Like,
I like it. And this is crushable. I mean, you're talking 5.6 ABV.
That's what it's just refreshing, crushable. It hits the palate and you want to keep going.
Yeah. Now, they do get a little bit pricey. I mean, it's $5 for a pint, which is less than getting a draft. It's 16 ounce. So, if you're looking at $5 versus $6, this is much better. I
It will
think.
save you the gas.
Yeah. Well, won't say Josh the gas. He had Burger King for lunch.
oh yeah, yeah. You know, you live and you learn, and you regret.
You know what they say? You go to bed with the king, you wake up with the king.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
So,
Any
I
other
think-
notes about this beer? It's got a great fizz. Poured well, looks great.
I like the fact that the finish is not terribly long. You know, it's in and out.
It doesn't stick with you. But it makes you want to go back for another sip.
I also appreciate that out of this whole collection, this has been a lighter alcohol version of Flying Machines Hazy. You know, we had the Electric Fog and some of the others that were like, some of them were nearing almost 8, I think.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a much lighter feel, and I don't know, we've kind of been on this whole like enjoying these 5%er kicks. This is a 5.6, so 5.5. There's, I don't want to overdo the alcohol ABV note, but that is one of the categories that people are shopping for beers in. So some people don't want those really heavy alcoholic IPAs. Try these milder percentages, and you're going to get a more balanced flavor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. That's one thing about this. To me, it's balanced. The hops don't like smack you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
They're there, but they don't come out and they're not super bitter.
You said crushable, and so we're not talking session loaded up with hops and beefed with malt that's undeveloped. This is crushable. This is really well balanced. There's light malts, light Vienna, and just very subtle hopping that just pushes right into that citrus tone. We like it.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Another hit for me from Fly Machine.
Oh yeah. I mean, those guys are putting out some
Easy
good
to
beer.
support.
Yeah.
Really, that's how I feel about it. It's just easy to support this. They're doing great.
Yeah, those guys are putting out some really good product. They're really cool people up there.
Yeah, I've been happy with them. Even the people up there all the bartenders are cool. And
I'd like to get up there. It's do they do food or are they just?
they just food trucks.
That's what I thought.
And
Okay,
think they
I
have
wanted to
food truck
clarify.
just about every day of the
You know,
week.
because there's some other breweries that are up in town that tend to be more of a food feature, and then they're like, oh, we also brew in house. But you don't really buy that beer anywhere but there. Whereas here is a brewery for brewing beer to get beer to the market, but they also have a pretty sick tap room.
Oh yeah,
And
the
I
tavern's
understand.
gorgeous.
And I think when they first opened, they might have been a little trying to get their feet under them as far as the recipes and stuff. They've definitely improved over the past year and a half.
Oh yeah.
And every beer that comes out of there now has been very pleasant.
Oh yeah.
So what do you got for us, Josh?
All right. Now that we have a lower gravity, lighter, crushable beer, we're gonna go the complete opposite direction with a Southern Tier Nitro Hot Cocoa, another sticky dessert beer.
Yep, I was gonna say
I'm
definitely
Nitro,
dessert
huh?
beer.
So we gotta listen up while he opens this.
Oh yeah, 10%.
Yeah,
Oh, there it goes.
there's
There's
that
the
nitro.
haze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
so it's got the ping pong
Who's
ball
on
in it.
first?
So this is Southern Tier's dessert series. They call it
Blackwater.
Blackwater series on the.
Creme brulee was in
Yeah,
this.
yep,
We tasted
creme
creme
brulee was in
brulee
it.
on the program.
We had another one of theirs earlier in the year.
Yeah, I can't recall. I remember more to the. Was it another version of a cocoa of a?
Might
Is
have,
it the Nitro Creme Brulee or?
yeah, that one, and then before
I'm
that.
trying to think what else was in the Blackwater series.
I can't remember.
No.
It wasn't a Girl Scout cookie one, was it?
Might have been. Samoa this.
Samoa this, maybe? Yeah, that might have been it. Samoa this.
That was really good. That was really good.
S'mores.
So this is
They had s'mores.
S'mores.
yeah,
Thank
ale
you.
with hot cocoa. Ale with cocoa powder, natural chocolate, and marshmallow flavors. So this is gonna supposedly literally taste like a hot cocoa.
I can tell you, it literally smells like a hot cocoa.
Yes, it does.
I just want to clarify. We are saying hot with a T because last week we had hop cocoa from Wicked Weed, which was a porter. This is a imperial stout style. Am I correct?
It is.
Yeah.
Imperial milk
They,
stout.
they
And this is
even
hot
managed to
cocoa.
get that kind of like malt smell from like the powdered cocoa.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God! It
This
smells
is-
like scooping up a hot chocolate free.
Yeah. This is supposed to taste like a cold hot chocolate, which makes me think, hey, we have a cold
This
hot chocolate.
definitely on the nose right away.
Yeah.
This has that chocolatey.
That's just fun. That's
just
fun.
really chocolatey. Like no hiding this. This is not just about the malts. This is about the added products.
Wow. That tastes like cold hot chocolate.
There's booze in here?
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I feel like we had the same problem with the creme brulee, which is not a bad problem.
This is one that's going to hurt people.
Yeah,
Because this is so easy to drink.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the sweetness quotient on this is way up for how this is an imperial style stout, guys.
Oh yeah.
This is a 10% hot chocolate.
I get the marshmallow. It comes through. The cocoa just hangs there.
It's got even like that little dust of like cinnamon and the way the marshmallows sit in your hot cocoa.
It has that dust
Yeah.
Yeah.
of cocoa.
It's got
Yeah.
the
powder.
froth on the top of it.
I mean, quite literally, the head on this beer seems to be sticking.
Mhm.
So the nitrous quality of this beer is really coming through. Each of us has a nice even
That
lace.
is-
And you can see the
And it's part of the flavor. It's creamier in the head, I think.
This is definitely. This is a beer I could get in trouble with. Easy.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have this at the bonfire last night. Although I did try to hurt myself. I had a high gravity stout. I went backwards in my drinking. I had a high gravity stout. I had like 8 beers, so 8 beers shouldn't have been that bad.
I'm
But I had-
so glad
I
you
start-
were in your backyard.
I started with Whoops stout,
Oh, that's a good one to start with. Oh, 11.5.
and then I ended the night with
How long have you been smuggling a Woot Stout? We haven't had that for 2
It's been in
months.
my refrigerator for 2 months. But then
Should have got that when I did that microwave.
But then I ended the night with the Cloud Pleaser.
This is very pleasant.
Good lord.
Yeah.
How did you wake up?
You ended the night with a cloud.
In my
Do you have a
recliner,
nuke in there somewhere too?
that the nuclear.
Oh
Cloud Pleaser.
God, I knew it. I
That
just
was
had
it.
to
That's what I
clarify.
did.
That's the kind of day I wake up upside down in my recliner.
I woke up in my recliner, not sure how I got there. The back door was still cracked open.
Very good thing there was no staff meeting today.
And yeah,
My first text from you this morning was, "Can we make that 10:45?"
yeah, instead of 10:30. I needed to move.
That was a big 15 minutes.
So anyway, back to the hot cocoa. That's good beer.
This is ridiculously good.
I do appreciate that you were having some of these beers out at our annual tradition. It seems, or our weekly tradition, apart from podcast, seems to be a bonfire on Sunday night. But the one catch is the actual tradition is who's missing. This week it was both Josh and I.
Yeah.
We made Rob go solo with his fire. The pictures are incredible. This guy was burning whole logs, like, because he's too lazy to split them. So I guess he just rolls them in, dumps gasoline on them.
No
calls it
gas,
a
no
deal.
gas, no gas.
Oh, so you are a weeblo. You start your own fire.
I started myself,
Oh, man.
and this morning I had all was left was a chunk of charcoal like this.
Oh, you did it again.
It was good. It was good.
That's an impressive one right there.
All right, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna
we're
follow the
move on
lead here.
I think we're gonna move on to the wine. So after last week, I had to do something a little bit nicer.
I do want to say, guys, before we just totally move on, there is a pleasant bitter that's neatly tucked in here, next to the bittersweet of the chocolate, a little bit of hopping, and just that bitterness
man, I
that
got
you
a
get
couple
with
good
malt
belches coming
Yeah,
up.
that's
beyond
like,
the sweetness. So it is tempered,
Out of a 6.4.
but it is hot cocoa.
4 1/4.
Oh, nice.
All right, so tonight we have prescription Chardonnay. A little background on this guy. This is the 3rd Chardonnay that the winemaker has made. Before this one, he went for a little thing called butter.
Oh,
He's the
yeah.
winemaker
I remember
for
that one.
butter.
Oh!
And then right before that, he was the winemaker for Rombauer Chardonnay.
Oh.
So this wine has a pedigree. Apparently he just got tired of being so popular. They wanted to do some more stuff. So we got a another Chardonnay.
I'll drink
Ooh.
Chardonnay. You know, guys, honestly, do you know anybody who's like, I don't drink Chardonnay?
I've met a few, but I normally don't hang out with them.
Yeah, like, so you don't like wine. Like, I feel like, for me, Chardonnay was the first wine I tasted and knew. I'm one of those people who my introduction to wine was on those special holidays. If mom makes a turkey, a whole turkey, you get a glass of Chardonnay. So twice a year I got to try a glass of Chardonnay.
So the wine label is a prescription slip on the back for doctor. It says take two is call us in the morning.
And they'd be like, why do you still have 2 glasses in your bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, see, I totally asked Rob earlier if it was oak Chardonnay or not, because I know we've done some stainless shards on the podcast. I think.
So anybody
I can tell looking at it that it is at least oak because it's got that beautiful kind of golden hue to it.
A pair of glasses every day has definitely brightened my outlook on life.
So anybody who is familiar with Rombauer or butter, obviously knows that Rombauer was the leader in the big butter movement of high oak Chardonnay movement back in the 90s and early 2000s.
So Rombauer is literally the ones responsible for those people who like, if I drink another Chardonnay.
They were right there.
So I brought it up for a reason.
But I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, the bottle's called prescription, so I'm just going to think about that a little bit.
I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who remembers Rombauer, this smells a lot like Rombauer.
Rob's getting into the smell. I'm going to talk about color a little bit. I see this is beyond gold. This is beyond yellow. This is golden straw. It's very clear, no particulate, which tells me that it probably was aged out in oak barrels.
Oh yeah.
Because all sign of particulate is gone. People are going to talk to me about, juice is strained. You don't know what you're talking about, Nick. And I'm like, well, actually, barreling is one form of filtering because you have to siphon it twice in order to get it in and out of the barrel. And siphons are, by their nature, a filter. So yeah, actually, barreling is a form of filtering.
There's that
There's
little
so
bit of
much.
butter on the smell.
Yeah, not overpowered, not movie butter, movie popcorn butter,
no,
nothing
no.
like that. Just very friendly, like a buttered roll.
Nice malolactic going on, but there's also some apple and melon.
Like golden yellow apple almost.
Yeah.
Like soft flesh apple.
My goodness, that first sip is brings the fruit up into the center, which is not often common with oak Chardonnay. You don't see that fruit come up in center. It really does. It hands you a bite of pear or apple, probably depending upon your particular taste buds. Up front though, I was getting a really nice fresh pear, like a crispy pear, and green. Just green really comes to mind as I drink. Yellow and gold were what came to mind as I smell. Green as I hit the palate.
There's a little bit of acid in this.
Yeah. Vanilla comes through nice too.
The vanilla comes through.
I didn't know if that was hazelnut or vanilla. Good call. Yeah.
The malolactic comes through, making it really creamy.
Okay, that's very nice. Nicely said, creamy, rounded texture. So that creaminess plays right in between not just flavor, but how the palate feels with this.
So if you are looking for a buttery Chardonnay, an oak Chardonnay
With acidity.
with a little bit of acidity, I'm gonna like this one.
Absolutely.
Just so you know, I think it's a $21 price point.
I'm starting.
So-
I think I get the prescription.
So
name.
it's not really your everyday drinking Chardonnay, but at $21, this probably drinks like it's a $40 or $50 wine.
This
This is what the doctor ordered.
This is really not. This is a great bottle to have in your fridge. You don't whip it out for when people come over, but you've had a rough day. Say it's Monday. You've had a rough day. You're aggravated. Go in here, have a couple glasses of this when you get home. Sit by yourself. Maybe
Get
read a book.
inspired. Yeah, maybe cook. Maybe just finish the bottle.
Do some Sudoku while you have The Young and the Restless on mute.
Read a racy novel. We're not picky.
What?
Something with a
Is there one
stallion
yet?
and like a half bare-chested man on the front. Something about a sword. You know.
You guys are both starting to worry.
Telling you, man, soap operas on mute.
Doku and Young and the Restless, and then
Racy teen. What do you call
So-
those novellas? The romance novellas.
Young adult novels.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
so-
there we go. Thank you.
Team Jacob, or Team Edward.
Is that like?
So nice. You know, the butter or the creaminess really hits me on the side palate.
Mm,
Like you said earlier, the fruit is like right front and center.
That's great. I oftentimes these buttery Chardonnays or oak Chardonnays, they leave out the fruit. They just go straight into minerals, and there's this acidity that doesn't have a footing. Here, this acidity has a footing in this orchard fruit kind of thing. Pears, apples. I'm definitely thinking green skin with both. These guys might tell me some different tastes.
There's
That's
almost
cool.
some light minerals on like the finish, you know,
Mhm.
almost like a little bit of slate, not a lot, not a heavy mineral.
I definitely feel actually what he's talking about. Some nice blue slate on the end.
I'm gonna tell you, I normally, and maybe it's been a long enough time because I went through this whole phase where
Since you ate hot rocks.
no, I went through this whole phase where I sold so much of this oak Chardonnay
Yeah.
that I just couldn't stand it anymore, and I had to go to stainless steel for if I want to drink Chardonnay, which brings out a completely different aspect to the wine. But this is pleasant.
I'm reminded of.
I mean, I probably 10 years ago couldn't have stood the drinking this wine, but I'm having not having a hard time at all drinking this right now.
The nice thing, it's not a butter bomb. I
yeah.
mean, the butter's there, but it's not like licking a stick of warm butter.
That's true.
Some of them out there are definitely like licking a stick
Look,
of warm
you
butter.
feel like you sold a lot of wine, as a buttery Chardonnay. Josh and I worked with a winery where one of our flagship wines was the buttery Chardonnay.
When it actually tasted a lot like this. I wouldn't quite put it on this level, but I'd say it tasted a lot like this.
Which that was
When the-
constructed with.
When the year was good, it had the mellowness of the oak, but the fruit came through, and the acidity was still there to balance it out.
It was largely a Yadkin fruit that we're dealing with, but it wasn't
This
just
is
Yadkin.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm digging this. I'm glad.
This is a crowd pleaser, but I don't want to serve it to the crowd. Like,
This is a selfish wine for me.
yeah, I want to tell people I had this. I don't necessarily want to share it.
This is the one you want to take with you to a nice restaurant.
So now
and
I
sit
know
at the bottom.
why it's a screw top and why it says drink 2 glasses. Because you're gonna want to take the rest of the bottle home and
What
hide
would
away.
you guys eat this with? I mean, drink this with while you ate.
Well, I gotta say I had this
Yes.
cheesy quesadilla with chicken,
I was
and
definitely
it's
thinking
going well. I wouldn't say it's great, but that just because I made it after hours. But in terms of just basic pairings, I've got sour cream, chicken, and cheese on white bread. It's going like swimmingly with this.
I like the sea bass concept too.
See, that's a little bit lighter, creamier.
Oh yeah, little pan sear on
Yeah.
it.
Is
I
sea bass
wouldn't go-
considered a whitefish versus an oily fish?
It is.
Yeah,
But
I think I'd stick with the whitefish versus oily fish here.
yeah, sea bass would be good.
Sea bass has enough of that like wild and ocean taste, but still has that flakiness.
I mean, honestly, grouper would probably be good with this
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, your grouper or halibut's not going to be a bad
And
idea.
this is going to be complemented with the Beurre Blanc.
Oh yeah, a beurre blanc with this would be great.
Tilapia probably a little too naked for this. River trout just a little too
Yeah,
light for this.
Tilapia goes in fish sticks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you sense quickly where I'm going fishing with Fred and Fry.
Now, I'm not gonna lie though, if you were desperate for a food pairing, you could probably rock out some fish sticks with this.
Honestly, this would go great with a McDonald's fish fillet. You guys are gonna laugh, but
I can see it though.
like there's how you make up, and you get the $5 dinner with the $21 bottle. and You're still under cost.
Food pairing.
There you go.
We used to do that all the time
Hey.
down there at the coast, man.
A little secret, guys. French fries goes with any line.
All right. So coming back to start wrapping this up. Let's go back to Nick's infrasound.
Yeah, infrasound was really likable. Rob used the word crushable, and as hazy IPAs go, I would definitely put this in the crushable category. Another great local representation. I'm gonna give it like the thumbs almost all the way up.
All right.
Only because they've made better beers, it not all the way up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, only for the fact that I know they have other labels that I've liked better, but there's nothing I don't like about this.
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna go thumb and a quarter on this guy. I think it's a quality IPA. Like I said, crushable. I can get a 6-pack of these and have them all day long.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's going to sit fine. It's pizza, football, and
Pizza
beer.
was one of the first pairings that
Yeah.
came together for this.
So I think that, like I said, thumb and a quarter for me.
I'd say solid thumb. I mean, the rock solid thumb on this one. It's really good. I don't think it's good enough to stand out to me, but I would crush the living crap out of this. It's a really solid outing by Flying Machine. It has its place. Only thing I have to say about it, in my personal life, I don't have a lot of place for beers like this. In my personal drinking thing, which I may need to adjust
Too low ABV for you.
You could typically.
Yeah. Josh's liver keeps fighting on that. So Josh, your nitro hot cocoa.
Nitro hot cocoa, 2 thumbs up.
Hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa, 2 thumbs up. Wicked Weed, don't sue me. That was delicious. I mean, there's no way around it. It's smooth. It has everything you could possibly want for a hot cocoa. Execution's great. It tastes delicious. It's a nitro beer, so you get that kitschy little, like, milk mustache, but with like beer foam.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the nitro factor. I'm actually pretty pleased in Southern Tier overall. With each of these, we talked about s'more, creme brulee, hot cocoa. I know there's one more in there. Are they doing this to match the Wicked Weed offering of the Something Pleasures? I don't know. But these are
The guilty pleasures.
the guilty pleasures.
Which
Guilty as charged.
They're pretty much,
Guilty as charged. You
mimicking
guys
each
did an
other.
awesome job. And if you're found guilty, take it as a compliment. Because these nitro beers are really good. I always thought of Southern Tier as a major producer in the microbeer market who does sort of like these intro into the really exquisite taste, but now they're really making their mark as a major producer of microbrew imperial ales. It's like where they're landing the 3X, the Pumpkin, the Blackwater series, what was that one called? The purple version of the Warlock or whatever.
The Warlock. Oh yeah, the
purple
stout,
one, yeah.
stout one
Yeah,
of the
there we
pumpkin.
go. Yeah, we were right.
The Warlock was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing a really good job with your imperial ales, and I dig it. Keep it up, Southern Tier. I'll give you a thumb.
All right, for me, I'm gonna go right in between these two guys. I'm giving it a thumb and a half. I'm gonna say this is really good. The reason I'm not giving it 2 thumbs up is because it's really dangerous. This is a 10% stout that drinks like hot chocolate, and I can drink some hot chocolate.
I would say, given the, if Rob doesn't wake up next to his bonfire at sunrise with beer all over his boot, he might give this a better grade. But
So I'm gonna, as far as the competition between these guys and Wicked Weed with Guilty Pleasures, I'm going to say that Southern Tier won this round. There have been other rounds, a lot of other rounds, Wicked Weed has taken them to task on and beat the crap out of them. But this one, I think, between the two, what we tasted last week and this one, this is going to be hands down the better of the two.
Did you guys mention price note on that?
This one is sitting at $4.50, 12 ounce. It is a little expensive, but I think it's worth it.
Still beats that Pleasure Series.
Especially for the impact level, too, because I mean you're getting a 10% beer.
I think
Understand
this-
the
Can
size
form.
can.
the other thing I'm going to say too is
Nitro form.
I think this is a lot better than the creme brulee. The creme brulee was good, but it had a little missing for me. But I think this hits.
I'm
the
sorry,
mark.
did you say there was something missing in the
Yeah.
Blackwater Series?
It hits the mark. This one hits the mark.
Which is funny because none of us were excited to try this one, really.
No,
It
we
just
kind
did
of
not-
put it off for like what 2 weeks, 3
It
weeks,
just looked completely
Yeah.
boring and bland.
It seemed like a great day to drink dark beer, though.
and I liked it. So thumb and a half. Moving on to the wine. So we had Prescription Chardonnay, made by the same winemaker who made Butter and Rombauer. I'm giving this 2 thumbs up. Price point is great. This wine drinks like it's a $50 bottle of wine at $21. It has the butter. It's if you're still looking for that, but at the same time, if you're a little bit over the butter, like I was, it's got enough going on to keep me coming back, and I'm happy with it. So 2 thumbs up for me.
Cool. I'm definitely a thumb up on this wine. The other mild oak wine that I liked was our slightly oaked Pinot Grigio that we tried, the Tufo. And there's a lot of similarities I'm sensing with these 2 wines, which is these are oaked white wines that offer a little glimpse of the fruit on the front of the palate, but then take you straight into this soft oak feel, into the minerality of the white wine, really exposing all the different elements of white wine. White wine is so often thought of as just purely fruity, something to drink before dinner. And this is a wine that would carry its weight all the way through dinner, as well as simply just appetize me when I didn't know what to cook yet. So I'm going to say thumbs up, Prescription, just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Rob on this one and give it 2 thumbs. This is a really, really well-made example of an oak Chardonnay.
Okay.
It's a beautiful balance between like the acidity and the oak and the fruit. It's not too buttery. It's a really, really well-made, delicious wine. I just want to drink it all day long.
Yeah,
On that note, we've got some drinking to do.
that's right. So, guys, this is thank you for joining us again. This is episode 33 of What Are You Drinking Now here at the office. We have all these products in the shop, and we will see you next week.
Also, remember to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, also remember we are streaming on Twitch every week too. We'd love to have you chime in and hang out with us at the same time. Tell us what you're drinking too.
Yep, good points there, Josh. We keep forgetting to say that, so way to go. And we'll see you next week.
At 8.